Hello everyone, my name is Sridhar and from Computer Science and Engineering. Today my topic is about explain how a bill becomes law in India. Introduction to legislation in India. The legislation process in India is governed by the Constitution. It involves multiple stages that ensure through scrutiny of proposed laws. Understanding this process is essential for grasping how governance operates in India. Here are the 8 steps where the legislation happens. Here, the step one, the bill is drafted, and in step two, the bill is introduced in the House, which is Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. And in step three, the bill goes to committee, and in the step four, the subcommittee considers the bill, and in step five, the committee marks up the bill, and the committee members may propose amendments to the bill in step 6, the full chamber votes on the bill. There is an additional debate of the bill, and the full chamber must vote to approve any amendments. The bills is passed or declared by the members voting. And in step 7, the bill is passed and sent to the other chamber, and the bill follows the same route. And in step 8, the bill passes both the chambers of Congress goes to the president, and once president signs the bill, it becomes law. If the president vetoes a bill, Congress may attempt to override the veto. If both chambers of Congress pass the bill assigned again by a two-third majority, the bill becomes a law. Definition of a bill. A bill is a draft of a proposed law presented for debate and approval. Bills can be introduced in either house of parliament like Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha. There are different types of bill including ordinary, money and constitutional and amendment bills. Here the bills are having house and senate and the committees and also governor. Types of bills. Ordinary bills are the most common and deal with general issues. Money bills can only be introduced in the Lok Sabha and pertain to taxation and expenditure. Constitutional amendment bills require a special procedure for approval and can be introduced in either house. Introduction to a bill. A bill can be introduced by the minister or a member of a parliament. The member must give a notice of intention to introduce the bill. After the notice period, the bill is then presented to the House, and in the House, the bill may be introduced by the minister or any member of a parliament MPs. First reading. The first reading occurs when the bill is introduced in one house. There is no debate at this stage. The bill is simply presented and ordered to be printed. This stage allows members to familiarize themselves with the bill's content. Here, the first reading is nothing but the first reading occurs when the bill is just introduced to the one house, and then there is no debate on the stage, and the bill is simply presented and ordered to be printed. And now, second reading. The second reading involves a detailed discussion of a bill's principle and provisions. Members can debate the merits and propose amendments. A vote is taken at the end of this stage to decide the bill proceeds further. Here, the second reading is nothing but it involves a detailed discussion on the bills and the principles and provisions, and the members of a parliament can also debate the merits and also propose amendments in the bill so that small changes can happen in the bill so that furtherly proceeds. Committee stage. After passing the second reading, the bill is sent to a parliamentary committee. The committee examines the bill in detail and can suggest modifications. This stage allows for in-depth analysis and hearings input from experts and stakeholders. Here, the committee stage is a stage where the bill is passing after the second reading to the parliamentary committee, where the committee members will examine the bill in detail and suggest some modifications. And here, this is a stage where the deep analysis happens and with the experts and the stakeholders. Report stage. The committee submits its report back to the House for consideration. Members can discuss the committee's recommendations and suggest further amendments. A vote is taken on the report, which may include the amendment bill. Here, the report stage is a stage where the committee members gives the report back to the House for consideration, where the members can discuss about the committee's recommendation and can also suggest some other further amendments, where there is a OT is taken on the report, so which where we can have amendments in the bill or not. Third reading. The third reading is a final opportunity for members to debate the bill. No further amendments can be made at this stage, only vote is conducted. If the bill passes, it moves to the other house of a parliament for consideration. The third reading is a stage where this is a final opportunity to the members to debate about the bill and also make the amendments. And there is no chance in making amendments after the third bill, and there is only vote is conducted in the third reading. So the bill pass. If the bill passes, it moves to the other house of the parliament for the considerations in the other house. The other house follows a similar process of reading and committee review. Members can debate and propose amendments to the bill. If the second house makes amendments, the bill returns to the originating house for the approval. President Cabinet. Here we can see a flowchart. We having a President Cabinet will take the final decision, and beneath it, University Leadership Council were recommending funding for specific investment and request, and it also having the Strategic Invest Fund Review Committee and all the college review units which are in a college level. Joint sessions. If there is a disagreement between the two houses, a joint session can be convened. Both houses meet to discuss and attempt to reach a consensus on the bill. The bill is then voted on, and the majority is required for the passage. Here, the joint session is conducted when the both the houses are having a disagreement in the bill, so that the house meets. So the both the houses discuss and attempt to have a consequence bill. Presidential assent. Once both houses approve the bill, it is sent to the President of the India for the assent. The President can either sign the bill into law, return it into reconsideration, or withhold assent. If the President returns the bill, the House may pass it again with or without amendments. Here, the bill which is approved by the houses is sent to the president for the approval. Here, the president can either sign the bill or to make it a law, or he can return it for reconsideration or withhold the assent. The president returns the bill, then the house may pass it again or with or without amendments. Enactment on flaw. Upon receiving the presidential assent, the bill becomes a official law. It is then published in the official Gazette of India. The law comes into effect on the date specified in the bill as per the government notification. Here, once the president hasn't the bill, then the bill becomes a law, and it is published into in the official Gazette of India, and the law comes into effect on a date where it is specifically specified in the bill as per the government notification. Importance of a legislative process. Here, the legislative process ensures democratic participation and representation in lawmaking. It also allows for diverse perspectives and interests to be considered. A transparent process builds public trust in governance and its institutions. Conclusion. Understanding how a bill becomes a law is crucial for civic engagement. This knowledge empowers citizens to participate actively in democracy. Awareness of legislative process promotes the accountability and good governance. And this is how a bill becomes a law. And there is a flowchart we can see is here first introduction, it having a first reading, and then it goes to the second reading, then a consideration stage where the committee meetings held, and then goes to the third reading where the no amendments can be done, and then go for a second house for the when it is approved in the first house, then it which is if it is passed, then it goes to the president assent, or if it is not passed in the second house, then it goes to the first house. So to make some amendments, then it follows the same process. And if second house rejects or no action for 6 months or passed with amendments, then there is a joint session where the both houses make an agreement of a bill, and then it passes to the president assent. And then the president, if the president signs, then it becomes an act or a law. And these are the some of our references, like Government of India 2023, the Constitution of India, Lok Sabha Secretariat, Legislative Procedure, Rajya Sabha Secretariat, how a bill becomes a law. This presentation provides an overview of how a bill becomes law in India, detailing each step in legislative process. And this is all about a bill becomes a law. Thank you.